Hello everyone, my name is Kim Poulton and I'm here to show you how I make my pressed paper flowers. I did a couple with coffee because everybody's into the coffee staining and tea staining, but the majority of my flowers I do white so that you can finish off and add to anything that you would like to do. What you need for this project is a roll of toilet paper cut into 2 square pieces, some sort of a mold. This mold is a fondant mold for doing fancy flowers for cake decorating, but it serves this purpose really well. A stiff paintbrush, something with a hog hair bristle, a pair of scissors, and if you use a hard candy mold like this, then you need a toothpick to gently pry the finished product out. Let's get started. First, you have your double squares of toilet paper, and you just kind of fold them like this and cut them into thin strips. Like this. Nice, fast, oh, in the water, oops. Here we go. And so you do the whole double sheet like this. Then you pull them apart so you get this stringy, loose stuff that makes it easier to work with. And the reason that you want it like that is so that it fits into the nooks and crannies better. When you have a tough piece with this many layers, it's really hard to get into the nooks and crannies. So I'm going to do this one with just plain water. So you dip your brush in a little bit of water or coffee. I also think it could be nice if you had water with a couple of drops of food coloring. And then you put it into the mold that you want to do. And get it nice and wet. Then you take the toilet paper and you just gently push it down into the mold. The first layer is always tough. And you just keep doing this until the mold is full. Just gently patting it in. Go around the edges, make sure that the edges are nice and full. It makes for a sturdier piece. And if it goes over the edges a little bit, don't worry about it too much, because that way you can either trim it when it's dry, or if you're doing a mixed media piece, it will help anchor it. So as I say, you just keep going around and around and fill in the mold. Oops. And make sure you push it down nice and tight. The firmer you push it down, the hardier the piece will be. And if you find that it's getting a little bit dry, don't hesitate to dip your brush back into the water. It's nice to have it a little bit more on the wet side. It fills in nicer. They bond together better. It gives you a sturdier product. I like to push it down with a finger, make sure it gets into all the nooks and crannies. This is just a no-name toilet paper. You can always use whatever you have on hand. The idea is to use what you've got in the house without having to buy additional items, as fun as it is to shop. But these would make beautiful embellishments on cards, in your junk journals, or on a mixed media piece of art. And being just paper and water, it will adhere with any sort of adhesive. I'm sorry if my hands are getting in the way. This is the very first time I've done a video, and my darling husband built a wonderful stand for my tablet so that we could play tonight. All right, so that's pretty full. I can't really push out anymore. And this will take about 24 hours to dry. The ones done in the candy molds, the Christmas trees, take closer to 48. Then you just pop it out and you put it aside to dry and you start again. And that's it. Have fun. Thanks for watching.